What a wonderful day to be celebrating Earth Day. This is actually Earth Week, and every day is Earth Day because we all appreciate the air we breathe, the water we drink, and the land that we live on. My talk is going to be about radiation, but first I want to get to a couple things. April 22nd in 1970, Americans flooded the streets to call for an end to the merciless pollution of our country's air, water, and landscapes. Many protections were put in place by Congress. Unfortunately, a global war is being waged on our future by fossil fuel industries and the petrostates. In response to that, there is a deep discontent stirring beneath the surface. The most intense, emotional, effective statements come from youth. Their lives depend on non-polluting environments. BC Mac is here to educate and to support you. In 1960, the United States did a study for the U.S. Atomic Energy Commission looking for a good source of uranium for industry and military use. Old dried up seabeds deep under the ground were found. Marcellus is one of them. The salt water turned to brine, 5 times saltier than the ocean, and the gas that comes from it rotting is called radon gas. And I think we all know about that. Radon gas exits the surface through fractures in the earth. Radon gas is the second cause of lung cancer, and that's why it goes over the 4 picocurie per liter in your cellar. When it does, it has to be removed. Fracking brings thousands of picocuries per liters to the surface. And I'd like to show you something from the New York Times. They ran a whole week study on the waste that comes back up out of the wells. Hold on 1 minute. I just happened to make a few copies. But when we said that 4 picocuries per liter is the limit before you have to get it remediated, we look at what comes back up out of these wells. They're showing gross alpha 3,640, radium 226, 1,042, radium 228, 298, and this goes on and on and on. And these are just some of the wells from 10 years ago in Pennsylvania. Would you think we might have a problem? This is such a hot article that Rolling Stone magazine did an article on America's radioactive secret. And this is the big problem here in America, is that no one wants to talk about the radioactivity for some reason. And my God, we have lots of material out stating the harm that it's done to people. And I think that this should be the #1 subject in America today, because they're bringing up the radioactive brine. When they drill through that uranium, they bring up stone chips and they make roads out of them. They flare it and it goes out through the air, and they're putting it on farmers' fields where they grow crops. This is a sin. We can't put up with this. It's got to stop. Once a year, the League of Women Voters gets together, and they've been putting out brochures on shale gas extraction and the public health. And we have copies of this for anyone to see and review at any time you'd like. And I also have taken 15 years of pictures and stuff from the internet talking about depleted uranium and what it does to life when a woman's pregnant having a baby, and the endocrine disruption destroys those babies. It also has destroyed farm animals, where the fracking water goes down into the farm ponds, either through the springs or runs across the ground, and it kills all the baby calves, and it actually killed a farmer friend of mine down in Washington County because it got into his drinking water. So we have issues here, and these pictures of the damage to human life will be over here at the BC MAC table. I'd like to thank every one of you for coming, and I have one more thing that's so important to us.
Sing it, sister. Sing it, brother.
When I was mayor, I used to give the oath of office to all public officials. And the oath of office says, "I will swear to obey and defend the Constitution with fidelity." That's an important thing to anybody that holds any position of public trust, starting from your local boroughs and townships to your county, to your state, and to your federal government. They all take that same oath. And it says, under Article 1, Section 27 of the Pennsylvania Constitution, the people have a right to clean air, pure water, and the preservation of the natural, scenic, historic, and aesthetic values of the environment. Pennsylvania's public natural resources are the common property of all the people, including generations yet to come. As trustee of these resources, the Commonwealth shall conserve and maintain for the benefit of all the people. Thank you.